What is happening? What is happening, PV fam? It's your boy John Q coming at you. I am 100% fairly a newbie on this thing, as well as a newbie on a motorcycle like bike. But I'm geared all up, and I'm ready to rock and roll. Sometimes this thing, it lags a little bit whenever I try to start it up. And I have to go through the process of hitting these buttons multiple times on the remote. I don't know, maybe it's me. That's lock. That's unlock. It's like I have trouble getting it on sometimes. There we go. Jesus. Seemed like it took a minute for me to figure it out. And as you can see, I'm on 100% charge. This is a new addition to my helmet family. This is the 80 Volt Onyx personality here. And it's the Scorpion something. Now maybe I'll mention it in my thing. And it has a nice drop down shield on the inside. And I love the quick snap option. It's about 40 degrees here in North Carolina. And I just added these JAG pants to my wardrobe as well. And these JAG gloves. I got these when I got the limited. So, oh wow. The lens is nice and clear, but it fogs up. Let me see, do I have a pin lock in here? Jesus, I got a pin lock, but I don't even have the pin lock in here. I'm going to take it for a little short spin. I don't know, for some reason it feels lighter than the limited. When it comes to the top heaviness of it, yet more beefier because of the size of the wheels. And my setting position is much more comfortable for my 6'4" frame. Everything feels pretty good. I'm pinning it on the Eco in my yard. Doing a little bit of turning here to see how it feels. Feels pretty good. Feels pretty damn good. And I'm gonna drop the shield. Yeah, the shield, it catches pretty good air while I'm riding, so I shouldn't have no problem with it fogging up. All right, so now I'm on the rocks in my yard, and I'll take a circle here just to see how it feels before I get on the road. Still an Eco. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. Not too bad at all. All right. Checking the brakes. Everything works good with the brakes. So now We are officially about to launch and hit the highway. And I'm starting off in normal mode. So here we go. Not really sure how fast I was going, but I know it felt like the wind was trying to pull my body off the bike. and I know that I can't see nothing in these mirrors behind me, so I definitely know I'm not going to be going far, because I need to be able to see what's coming behind me at all times. And these things are just like useless to me if I can't see. And so, look, I'm already frustrated with them, and I'm about to go in a different route. But I actually had to put it in sport because it seemed a little sluggish. It's a little cold out, so. But for right now, I think I'm gonna keep it in sport. I'm not gonna mess with the hyper, because the sport seems to be all I can handle right now anyway. And but I can't see nothing in these mirrors. Let me put her in park. These mirrors are useless. These mirrors are absolutely useless. I can't see nothing. And I think the screw is already stripped in one of the mirrors, and I had to put a bigger screw in it. All I need is one good mirror to get my trip off at least, but I'm not gonna be able to use the mirrors that came with the Onyx RCR. I'm just not. And this helmet, it fogs up immensely, so I'm gonna have to figure out what I'm gonna do about that as well. But for now, I think I'm gonna use the inside shield to see if that will give me an opportunity to not have so much wind in my face. And take her out of park. She's ready. is all I can say, because this thing is kind of blowing me away a little bit here. I got one floppy mirror, and then the other mirror is just like in an awkward position where I can barely see anything. I'm trying to get just a little hair of visibility so I can see behind me. For my first impressions is this son of a beat is fast as hell.
What?
Huh?
Just what?
Oh, I'm doing the video. I'm doing a review. But you cool? You can come over. You had a question for me? I know a lot of people always ask me, what the hell am I riding?
Yeah, I was like, what is that? That's kind of
This
cool.
is a 80 Volt Onyx RCR bike. It's really an electric moped is what it's called. And I'm just riding it for the first time. I just assembled it yesterday. And man, this thing is freaking out of this world.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. It looks very techy as well.
Yeah, it is. It is. It has Android Autoplay and CarPlay on the display, but I'm kind of like trying to not mess with the tech because I don't want to get distracted. This is my first time riding it.
Yeah.
But I'm just taking it out for a spin, and man, this thing is amazing.
Kidding. Huh. I'll leave you be. That is freaking cool.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Thank you.
Yep, she's already turning heads. Let me see. Let me see. Put it in park. And I guess that's something that I'm gonna have to get used to doing as well. The wind literally has broken this mirror. It came loose, but then it broke. But then it broke after it starts wobbling in the wind a little bit. I have some bar end mirrors that I'm going to put on here, and I think they will be much more. They will serve me much more better. Even the screws stripped, and I didn't really over tighten them or anything like that. So my first impressions are freaking phenomenal. That's all I can say. And currently I'm waiting on my fenders to come as well. But as of right now, I don't see anything. All right. So this is a beast mode of a machine. And I think one of the things that I want to get in the habit of doing, and I'm not used to wearing, motorcycle type pants, so so I'm still getting used to adjusting all the straps on my pants as well. And I just recently got this nice Rebelhorn jacket, and maybe I'll drop a link in the description so you guys can check it out. Motard N. I'm pretty sure you guys have heard of Motard N. But of course, anything that you buy on Motard N, of course you're gonna have to pay a VAT fee, and that VAT fee normally is like an extra, an extra amount of money that you don't see whenever you purchase something from online. You see how I made a mistake and almost did a whiskey throttle? Let me put it back in park while I'm talking. But okay, the horn works pretty good, I think. So a little bit at a time, I'm feeling my way around it. For my first impressions is this son of a pig is fast as hell.
What?
Huh?
Just what?
Oh, I'm doing the video. I'm doing a review. But you cool? You can come over. You had a question for me? I know a lot of people always ask me, what the hell am I riding?
Yeah, I was like, what is that? That's kind of
This
cool.
is a 80 Volt Onyx RCR bike. It's really an electric moped is what it's called. And I'm just riding it for the first time. I just assembled it yesterday. And man, this thing is freaking out of this world.
That's kind of cool. It looks very techy as well.
Yeah, it is. It is. It has Android Autoplay and CarPlay on the display, but I'm kind of like trying to not mess with the tech because I don't want to get distracted. This is my first time riding it, but I'm just taking it out for a spin, and man, this thing is amazing.
Huh. I'll leave it be. That is freaking cool.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Thank you.
Yep, she's already turning heads. Let me see. Let me see. Put it in park. And I guess that's something that I'm gonna have to get used to doing as well. And I remember when I rode the Dualtron X for the first time, and I wasn't used to riding a hyper scooter. That thing freaking scared the mess out of me. But this gimpy mirror that I got here, I mean, wow, look at that. Look at that. I mean, come on, Vora. The wind literally has broken this mirror. It came loose, but then it broke. But then it broke after it starts wobbling in the wind a little bit. This thing is super duper cheap. Not Bora Motors, I'm sorry, Onyx. But so now I have some bar end mirrors that I'm going to put on here, and I think they will be much more. They will serve me much more better. Even the screws stripped, and I didn't really over tighten them or anything like that. So my first impressions are freaking phenomenal. That's all I can say. So this is a beast mode of a machine. I just recently got this nice Rebelhorn jacket, and maybe I'll drop a link in the description so you guys can check it out. Motard N. I'm pretty sure you guys have heard of Motard N. But of course, anything that you buy on Motard N, of course you're gonna have to pay a VAT fee, and that VAT fee normally is like an extra, an extra amount of money that you don't see whenever you purchase something from online. You see how I made a mistake and almost did a whiskey throttle? Let me put it back in park while I'm talking. But okay, the horn works pretty good, I think. So a little bit at a time, I'm feeling my way around it, and hopefully we'll when we get back down the road and get back home, I'll see a few modifications I can make to improve my riding. But I know the mirrors for sure definitely are a no-go, the ones that come in the box, and I wouldn't recommend even putting them on, because you're not gonna have enough room with your hands if you got big hands like me. The only thing that was slightly off whenever I finished assembling the 80 Volt RCR was that the little wooden emblem didn't have enough glue on it. And so the first time that I popped the cover off the battery, it fell off. Well, that's not a big deal. I just took some of that 3M two-way tape and cut it in, you know, and put it in there, and then cut it in a nice shape and placed it right back, and she went back in nicely. But as far as my gear is concerned, man, I don't feel any of this cold 40-degree weather out here. And that's one of the things that I love about wearing gear in the wintertime and being able to ride in the wintertime. Whenever I ride in the wintertime, I don't really have that many issues with the wind and stuff. But as far as all the components on the bike, everything is in nice working order. Everything seems to be solid. This thing is well planted when you're riding. I did feel a few times when I was on the road and I got down on the throttle just a little extra, that it kind of wanted to lift me a little bit in sports mode, but you know, it didn't scare me. It just made me say, well, hey, you know, dude, tone it down. So I'm gonna make a little nice round circle and get back to the house, because I just wanted to get out here and have get my first ride in and give you guys my impressions on the RCR. So with that, you know, your boy is going to be off with this helmet. It fogs up way too much, and I know I have everything open on the inside. I think, yeah, I do. I have everything open, the mouth vent and everything, and I don't really feel that much air coming in on the mouth as well. So we'll see what I can do to, you know, I'm going to put a pin lock in, of course, but all the other things that I can do. And that little, yeah, this little plate on the inside, it just doesn't knock off enough wind when I'm riding. So I'm going to take it out of park, and I'm going to go back down to Eco. I'm going to take it out of park. I'm going to go back to Eco. I'm going to just cruise around and get a feel. My balance is much more smoother on this than on my other bike as well. I can balance it a lot better, in other words. And currently at my 200 and probably close to 40, 200, close to 240. I naturally weigh 235. And with all my gear on now, I probably weigh a little bit over 240, I'm sure. And she's pulling me at 17 miles per hour in eco mode with the throttle pinned. And when I get back on the road, I drop my shield a little because that wind is pretty cold coming in on my face. I'll give you guys a rough estimate of what I get in normal. So, in normal mode, when I pin it, whoa, the front tire wants to come up in normal mode. Are you serious? Jesus. Let me turn the turn signal off. It's good that they have the blinkers on the display. But I'm still not comfortable with not being able to see completely out of my rear view. So, normal mode, I'm looking at around about 37 miles per hour. Yes, about 37 miles per hour. And I'm just dipping in and out, giving myself time to process everything that I'm seeing. I like where my legs are. Normally on the limited edition, my legs are all the way up to my elbow. But on the 80 volt at 6'4", 6 feet 4, my legs are kind of parallel with the top of the battery cover. So that's a pretty decent height, and I can live with that. And it's just so quiet. It has a nice slow hum to it that kind of whispers a little. And I'm looking down at my disc and my brake disc, and everything is so nice and straight. Boy, I'm telling you, these guys did an amazing job on this bike. I just can't overemphasize enough the job that was done on this bike. I think it's just phenomenal. And I know it's so fast, it makes me want to tuck. It makes me want to tuck every time I get down on it. So I'm going to get back into sport mode now. Oh, I just learned something. It looks like okay, no, I hit it too many times. I'm not going to touch hyper mode today, not today, because I gotta get everything in order so that I'm comfortable with my riding when it comes to being able to see in my mirror and not having all the distractions of a camera and things like that. And once I get all of that, I'll probably cut loose a few times and let you guys see what she can really do. But for now, this helmet is kind of like foggy. I should have put the rule rock on, but this is a new helmet that I got specifically for this bike. And so I wanted to give it a test run as well. So with that, I'm going to get back on the road and make my round trip so I can get my butt back home and chill. I don't know how I got back in Eco. right, all right, all right. I don't know. This helmet is kind of like a little uncomfortable for me because I'm constantly have to lift it to get the fog out of it. So I'm gonna have to make sure I get the pen lock and put it in here, so I don't have that issue. But right now, I guess I could say one thing that scares me a little bit is how easy it is to kind of like go a little too heavy on the throttle. Definitely beast mode.
How fast that thing go?
85.
85.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Definitely beast mode. Okay, I pinned it pretty good. It's down to 59% now. And I just got that heat sensing mode thing that popped up. And I've ridden for 12 miles. So that lets me know that and then it's like 40 degrees out here. So I don't know if those parameters or factors mean much, but I stopped when I saw that I got that exclamation mark and a little 12, looks like a 12 sign on the dash. So she did get a little hot, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn around because I just passed my road and I felt the power cut. I felt the power cut on it a little bit as I was coming down that last strip. So let's see if she's back online before I go home. Like the power is right back. The power has come right back after pinning it and getting that heat cut off. So, and my battery is showing like 57% because I rode it pretty hard in sport mode going down some long stretches on the back road earlier, and as of right now I've only ridden it for 13 miles. So if that's any indication of what I'm getting out of it. And normally I don't ride that fast, but I'm just testing testing my bike out for the first time to make sure it works as it should, and in case I have to give Onyx Motors a call or anything like that. And I'm hungry. I haven't eaten anything. I've been so giddy and ready to get out and ride this bike. So I don't know. I would put it in hyper mode now, but I don't feel comfortable doing so, especially after I've already seen the heat cut off. Auto Android looks pretty decent. I'm not connected to any Bluetooth speakers or anything like that, so wouldn't do me any good to put any of that stuff in. So I'm just gonna go back and exit out of it. As a matter of fact, I'll put. Let me see. Let me see.
Let's take Mosswood Drive and South Parker Church Road.
I'm just gonna exit out of this. Get back into it. And as I'm looking, I see my battery going back up to 57%. I mean, my volts are at 84 volts. In other words, it's at 84 volts right now. And that's what's kind of strange. The voltage had dropped down to probably around, it had dropped down to around about 69. And then the weather out here is pretty cold, so all of those factors kind of contributed to that, to you know, the lithium batteries performing at a lower level. So I'm gonna get on back home now, and I'm gonna break this video out of the camera, dissect it, take a look at it, and I'll get back with you guys later. Can I pedal it? Oh man, this is a workout for the legs. Oh, I hear navigation running. I thought I turned it off. So that lets me know that if I set my navigation up and I got my rear rock on with my shockwave, that it will give me directions. That's a good thing to know inside my helmet. So that's one piece of technology I ain't got to worry about trying to figure out. All right, I don't know if you can hear me, but I got the helmet dropped down and I'm about to roll back to the house. So it jumped up to 60 pretty fast that time. So it was a successful ride in my book. Everything went off without a crazy hitch. That's what I call a successful ride. And let me just put it in eco mode to be on the safe side, because this thing is so powerful that it's ridiculous. Oh, surprisingly, I still got some water back here. I'm impressed. So, I guess you can consider this my bit of off-roading in my testing of the 80 volt RCR. And I have a whole lot of deers that herd back here in this little area. Oh, the suspension is nice. Nice suspension. This is so nice and smooth that I'm taking a double loop. I got a whole bunch of trees that have fallen down back here in the back. This is the back foot of my property. I haven't really done a whole lot to it, but you know, I got plans for it hopefully one day. But not in the winter time. So nice. Nice, nice, nice. Makes pretty good angles too. The angles that I'm cutting on here are not, you know, are not that easy. So she does pretty good on those angles as well. All right, and I'm gonna do a little riding on the rocks to get that dirt off the tires before I put her in, and I'm gonna wrap her up. The Onyx RCR 80 volt edition is a beast of a machine. That I can verify because I have officially given it a ride for the first time, and I look forward to sharing the experience with you guys. If I didn't mess up the video, woo! What a ride, what a ride, what a ride. As you can see, we made it back successfully. And I'm just inspecting the bike to see what kind of road dirt got on it before I take it back in. Oh, and check this out, would you? I still got the plastic on my rear view, on my rear light. Oh my goodness, that's the first ride first. Still got plastic on her. And man, everything looks good. Let me put the bright lights on and see how she look in the daytime. Looks good. Looks good. Definitely looks good. I guess the main thing that I can say about my first ride is that I'm a happy customer. I'm definitely a happy customer. 100% a happy customer. And thank you, Volt Onyx Motors, for doing such an amazing job with such an amazing machine. And my stats one more time. And I have her in park, so I don't have to worry about a whiskey throttle. I love that park. I love the park idea. I really love that. So, let me see. That was just a little 14-mile ride. And I'm still at 83 volts. It's showing that to be 53%, which is accurate in harmony with the volts. Once again, I want to thank all you guys who were so supportive and provided me with good feedback about not only things that I should expect, but also things that I should keep an eye out for in order to be safe. And I think the highest that I just got the Onyx up to was like 66 or 67 miles per hour. And I wasn't even trying to, it was effortless 60 something mile per hour. And I never touched hyper mode. And the only time that I saw that heat warning and then the power cut was after I had been on a stretch that probably was about 4 miles long, and I pinned it pretty good. And like I said earlier, it's about 35-40 degrees out here, and the temperature is dropping more. So I expected there to be some impact on my performance output given the weather that's here right now. Overall, my first impressions of this machine is that, you know, I'm just simply in love. And videos on down the road, you'll see this bike on with different angles, using different devices like my drones, etc. And I look forward to having nice long rides on back roads where the traffic is not, you know, is very minimum, so that I could just cruise. Maybe in eco or normal mode, and not have to be concerned about cars coming up on me. And I'm definitely going to change these mirrors out because they do not serve me any purpose whatsoever. But thank you, Onyx Motors, for including them in the package, because that set me up with a bike that was ready to go out of the box with all the features I needed to go on my first ride if I did not have those things in advance myself. So I'm not criticizing the mirrors. In other words, I'm just saying they are not very useful and they won't last long for a big guy like myself. So I'm just speaking personally. So this piece is made out of some kind of material that just can't handle the power of the 80 volt. At one point I kind of felt like this piece right here, whenever I got down on the 80 volt, that the bike was going to shake me to pieces and throw me off. Not shake me, but throw me off with the wind G-force. But overall first impressions, I've been saying that over and over again. But this bike is amazing, man. I'm just, you know, it almost makes you speechless whenever you get down on it and you ride it. And that regen, it don't bite too hard for me. I guess because I'm a bigger guy. But other than that, you know, I can say with a surety that this bike is definitely a hell of a machine. She's an eco, and I'm getting ready to walk her in, put her up, and call it a day. But wow, what a machine, man. What a machine. I just keep saying that. It's like nothing really blows me away that much, but this one, it definitely blew me away to ride it and to experience the power of it. So until the next time, guys, I want y'all to know the solo rider here in North Carolina, John Q, is in love with the Onyx 80 volt RCR. And I feel like styling and profiling with it. But like, yeah. Yeah, baby. Yeah. She's the one.